True or false? Even though it's not in the general statutes, it's a crime in parts of North Carolina to let chickens run loose. How many people say well, apparently I'm throwing things all over the place. Let's see if I can fix that. How many people say that that's true? How many people believe that's true? Oh, how did you know this? How did you know this? You're catching on to the theme here, I think, is what's happening. It is true, and the reason is that in North Carolina, we delegate authority to counties and to cities and to towns and to metropolitan sewerage districts to make things a crime by way of an ordinance. So we have a town that has made it a crime to allow chickens or other domestic fowl to be at large in the town. It's a crime to do that. In another city, anybody here from Rocky Mount? Anybody here from Rocky Mount? Well, in Rocky Mount, there's an ordinance that makes it a crime if you have a business that fronts a paved sidewalk to fail to remove accumulated snow within 12 hours. That's a crime. In another, anybody from Mount Airy? Anybody from Mount Airy here? No? Okay. It is a misdemeanor for any person to use snap-and pops or silly strings within the corporate limits of the city. And I have another one. It's my personal favorite. But because I know here at the John Locke Foundation, there's a certain sense of decorum that normally applies, so I had to redact the photo to illustrate the next one. My redacted photo. Now, anybody want to take a guess at what's been made a crime through an ordinance with this one? Mooning, you're close, you're close. Again, obviously we're on to the nudity thing. Think beach towns and attire, appropriate attire. Thongs, that is right. The town of Curie Beach. It is a misdemeanor to wear thong bathing suits or similar attire. Now listen, you may think that this should be criminal. I get it. But did you know it was? Did you know it was? And we're laughing and it's funny, right? But it's serious at the same time, and it's serious for a bunch of reasons. First, the criminal justice system is an expensive system. Because of the procedural protections that attach, it's a big deal to process conduct, regulate conduct through the criminal justice system. And when we're regulating conduct, like chickens and snow and silly strings and thongs, people have raised a question about whether that's the best use of public resources. Also, you do need to understand that even a misdemeanor in North Carolina isn't just about the misdemeanor. It's about a host of collateral consequences that attach to that person if they pick up a conviction. And those collateral consequences can interfere with a person's ability to serve in the military, get college financial aid, get a job, the checkbox on the form, have you been convicted, or qualify for professional licensure. So it's actually a serious thing to have a misdemeanor conviction, even if it's a relatively low-level one. And there's another issue that's kind of inherent in what we've discussed so far, and it's this. There's no central database for collecting all of the things that have been made criminal by administrative boards and bodies and by local governments, such that it's impossible to say today how many things we've made criminal in North Carolina.